I feel like because we have headphones in, we're talking extra like lower than what we would usually talk.
Yeah. Do you think this is going to sound crazy when we try and edit it?
It's going to be like FM radio.
This is
tonight.
This is Colby Smulders on Smooth Jazz. And tonight we're going to play an extra special one. This one goes out to Danica. We heard about what happened with your husband and we feel terrible. And we're not shopping at the dollar store anymore. There were nights when the wind was so cold. What's up, friends? Welcome back to the Number 2 Podcast. I'm Glenn.
I'm Simi.
And this episode is going to be really weird.
If you guys haven't already noticed, we are a little bit more upgraded this week.
We've had an upgrade.
Yes. Thanks to Rode microphones, we are sounding a little bit better.
We have the podcast bundle.
And it is great. All of our podcasts now are going to sound a little bit more ASMR.
Crispy. Delicious. The luxury. Eating tater tots.
Absolutely not.
You're literally in the room. You're in my mouth. You're performing my...
You can smell my breath.
You can smell my breath.
And it smells like shit.
On this episode of the Number 2 Podcast, we are just going to chat. We just wanted to do a chat episode.
Yeah, because we look super cool now with headphones and I can hear myself talk.
You have no idea what it's like to actually listen to your own voice till you do. And
it's horrifying.
It's horrifying. Do not recommend 0 out of 10.
But I could probably sing better now because I can hear how horrible I sound.
Horrible.
I'm
a whore, and I'm the belle of the ball.
Ding.
Ding dong.
The witch is dead.
What's new with you this week, Simi?
Oh, I'm just as impoverished as I was last week.
I am equally impoverished. Hashtag privileged
Poverty.
Still. Hashtag not homeless.
Hashtag LED lights still. So
the lights
we're still in work.
Still work. Yeah, we have definitely been struggling for a while now.
Mentally or fiscally?
Physically, fiscally, fiduciary, phalanges, phalankedonky. That's not a word. I don't know. Times are hard.
Flyby.
And
City.
We've decided that there's like 2 worlds that people live in. There are delusional people.
Story of my life.
And then there's everybody else. And then there's people who are delusional and then they make their delusion a reality, which is normally a good thing.
Good job.
But then they don't lose the delusion. And then they're just really bad people who got lucky and worked hard.
Yeah.
We're none of these describing words, but
except delusional.
Delusional for sure.
Who have not succeeded.
But also are not qualified to like go be a banker, you know, like
Joke's on you.
Joke's on you. I can't count. I can count to 3. I can count to 3 in German. We recently
did it right now.
A fitness class in German. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think that's 1, 2, 3.
Wait, it's 1, 2, 3.
I've seen
Drei. Swine. Ein. I don't know. I just made that up.
7, 8.
9.
I don't speak German. I know.
Zehn.
Willkommen in der Deutschklasse.
I know.
I think that's welcome to
Guten Tag.
Yeah.
Guten Tag.
I know all the German words from The Sound of Music.
No, my mom speaks German fluently, so I learned some stuff when I was a kid. But
like what?
I mean, it all sounds bad though because I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right now.
Well, then don't say it.
She'd be like, Scheiße. Lich mich wasch. I have no clue that means.
Licken mich and waschen.
I don't know what that means, but she said it.
Shout out to our German listeners.
She said it when she was very frustrated, so I don't think it's very nice.
Wasn't a positive.
Look at me. I look like I'm about to run and be very out of breath.
We've been running a lot lately. Are any of you trying to oh my God, am I having a stroke? Fix your cardio? Introduce cardio into your routine? I've been having a lot of, this could be my final podcast. This is what they'll play on the news. They'll be like, young, unsuccessful, failed podcaster dies at 32.
I was doing laundry earlier today and I was sweating a lot. And I was like, I think this is it for me.
At what point do you know you're dying? When you can't do laundry?
Yeah.
Physically? Because I was at work yesterday and I thought I had a stroke. This guy was talking to me. and telling me this like long, elaborate story about something. And there was like a zap in my brain, and I was like, this is it. Like, I'm going to black out, and this is going to be like,
Well, we'll meet in the afterlife. Meet me there.
Is there an afterlife?
I'll see you there.
Does anybody really want an afterlife?
See you at another time.
I don't want to do this again, at least this way. It's crazy.
And if we do, I'll find you.
And I'll be hiding. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, so the struggle is real. What are you guys struggling with?
I feel like because we have headphones in, we're talking extra like lower than what we would usually talk.
Yeah. Do you think this is going to sound crazy when we try and edit it?
It's going to be like FM radio.
This is
tonight.
This is Colby Smulders on Smooth Jazz. And tonight we're going to play an extra special one. This one goes out to Danica. We heard about what happened with your husband, and we feel terrible. And we're not shopping at the dollar store anymore. There were nights when the wind was so cold.
No, we're going to not get monetized. Not like we're monetized anyway. Oh.
Absolutely insane. What else? So today we did something that was very Presbyterian.
Laundry.
Well, we did do laundry.
No, we signed up for Costco again.
We went back. I told myself that I would never rejoin the club again.
We had to get our sticky rices.
But they have this sticky rice. And I said, and I've saved money since our membership expired. Like, the only reason to go to Costco is there's no reason to go to Costco. You don't need 200 of anything.
Until you get there, and then you need everything.
Until you get there and you need everything. I mean, we spent probably 15 minutes looking at this giant inflatable lizard that is like it's like a slip and slide for like advanced rich children. And I was seriously just like, I need this. And it's like, I don't have a pool. I don't have a lawn. I don't even have a hose to hook it up onto. I mean, Costco's the most ridiculous place on earth. But they have this sticky rice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. If you guys aren't buying the sticky rice, don't buy the brown rice, buy the white rice. It's so good.
Brown rice is all right.
The brown rice is fine.
With certain things.
With like seasoning. But the white sticky rice, with a little chicken, teriyaki,
Spam. I mean, you can never go wrong with white sticky rice, whether it's from like a little, thing that you warm up in the microwave or you do it over the stove. Like sticky rice is...
It's not the same when you make it on the stove. It's not the same when you use a rice cooker. It's this particular brand of Costco rice.
That's not true. Rice. You just have to know how to do it.
I think you just don't know how to do it.
You have to put a little bit more extra water in so it's a little bit more moist rather than like when you open it, it's all dry. And then it's a certain type of rice as well. It's like a shorter grain.
It's insane. Anyway, so we are club members again. So we will be going back. So meet you there.
Sometimes we just go for the little foods that they sell.
Some treats.
A little rotisserie chicken.
The line for the rotisserie chickens.
Yeah, go early.
Was astronomical. And the guy was like taking them off the hook. And people were just forming an unofficial line.
I feel like one guy was like kind of, what do you call it when you're like the cop in the middle of the road and you're like...
Yeah, he was trying to litigate.
Yeah, and it was just like, grab your chicken and go, sir.
And go. Yeah, they'd be making some choices. But Costco, they're not perfect. Like, I always look at the sushi. Everybody talks about the Costco sushi, but I can't have shellfish. So it's all crab.
Yeah.
Or it's like
if we can have more sushi without shellfish, that would be great. There are, but I mean,
not at Costco.
Less of.
Yeah. The other thing we like to get at Costco is they have these cupcake muffins. They're like chocolate. I don't know if it's a muffin or a cake. I don't know what
it's like a muffin cake, and it has chocolate frosting on top that's like solidified. But then you bring it home, you put it for like 10 to 12 seconds in the microwave, melts a little bit. It's like a molten cake at this point
situation.
Yeah, have a little bit of ice cream on the side, vanilla.
So good.
And you're good to go.
But they were sold out today. They didn't have any, so sorry about it. Unacceptable. But I mean, yeah, this is the life of two middle-aged men.
Speak for yourself. I'm so young.
I'm very youthful as well. Thank you. Yeah. So what else is new? One of my tires is low on air. And I constantly fill it up with air and then it loses air, but I don't want to take it to the shop for fear of a bill. It's really hot in California.
You know what I found out?
What?
That you have to like pay insurance and registration
On your vehicle
for things, and it's just astronomical. Just kidding, I already knew that. It just every year. Adulting 101.
Hashtag adulting. Things they don't tell you. There should be a class like your senior year of high school.
I mean, I know I am youthful, but when I was growing up, you weren't really required to have insurance for your car. It wasn't like by law.
I'm pretty sure it was.
It wasn't. There was like a point where they were like, look, now it's, you have to have it by law or else.
You could just choose to not have insurance.
Well, yeah, you get an accident.
And then you just go to jail if you got in an accident.
No, you just have to come out of pocket but of course you'd want to have insurance just because.
What year was that?
I'm pretty sure if I'm like wrong about this, I'm going to feel so stupid, but there was a point to where they were like, law goes into effect this year. Having insurance for your car is mandatory type of thing.
I mean, I remember, well, I wasn't alive then. Well, maybe I was alive, but I think it was in our lifetime because I've seen it on Instagram where they made it illegal to drink and drive.
Oh, yeah, that was a thing too.
There's those videos of the people being like, this is America and it's ridiculous. I should be able to have a 6-pack and go wherever I want. And you're like,
what else are they going to make us do? Wear seatbelts?
Wear seatbelts. It's like, yeah, people are dying. It's the craziest thing. So weird.
You know, now we have to freaking wear seatbelts all the time.
I know.
Car seats are mandatory for children.
For children, child safety. Astronomical. What a concept. What were the positives this week?
I felt like there was a lot of positives.
Such as?
There's a lot of exercising going on this week.
Really?
Yeah.
How much fitness?
We went to the track a bunch. We were actually at the track for 4th of July.
Oh, that was fun.
And we went on top of the bleachers to go watch the fireworks.
That was really fun.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I feel so weird with the headphones and like all this stuff.
I know this microphone is heavy. Road, thank you for my arm workout.
You think it's heavy?
Yeah, I've had to switch hands.
I mean, it's great quality though. Like
it's insane. No wonder they have those like bendy arms they want you to put it on because like this is crazy.
Yeah, we'll get there. We just have to get stands or something because I don't know how we're gonna do it with this setup right now. We could put the like arms, like clasp them on here.
I'm sure there's a way.
There's a will, there's a way. Where's Will?
Where's Will?
Yeah, I was watching this thing on TikTok and it was talking about Ellis and Associates and the lifeguards. You know how the lifeguards scan and they like do this with their head? They just scan up and down.
Like fancy Disney lifeguards do, yeah.
Well,
I've never seen that anywhere else other than Disney pools.
No, I mean, at Raging Waters, we were trained by, backstory, my first job ever out of high school. No, it was during high school. Was working at Raging Waters, and we were trained by the same people, and you had to scan. It was like one of the things that you had to do, but it wasn't required we had to move our heads like that because you could just scan with your eyes. Like you can, and the most important part is to look down by your feet because a lot of lifeguards, they'll like, be watching the water and they won't look down by where their feet are, by where their feet is. And there'll be someone that had drowned right in front of them, So one of the things is you always have to scan, like look, and then like just keep scanning. But the way that these people are moving their heads is astronomical. And I'm pretty sure it's like when you micromanage people, like I think the management is just like, I want to make sure that you're scanning the water. So you got to move your head on a swivel like that when like, you don't have to move your head like that to scan the water. You could just like literally use your eyes mostly. Yeah. But they're like, just to like
get in trouble.
I'm like, that looks so weird. Like you can literally scan and like make sure that you're, doing your job without doing that. It's definitely a new thing because I got trained by Ellis Associates. This was like before 2002. So it's definitely a new thing, but I find it funny. I think it's like a micromanage type of thing.
You have a wish.
Oh gosh. You heard it here first, people.
Your wish was to kill me. I had never heard of Raging Waters till I moved to California.
Oh, really?
That's not a thing anywhere else.
Raging Waters, just because it was my first job, is like a nostalgic thing for me. That's why I love the smell of sunblock so much, because it just reminds me of, like, the days of wine and roses.
Your first independence experience.
Yeah, it just reminds me of summer. So every time I smell sunblock, I'm like, summer.
Wow.
Now we're probably going to be those podcasters. Those gamers wear headsets so often that they start getting this like gamer indent in their skull.
We've only been to a water park together once.
Oh, Disney.
Yeah, in Disney World.
I was like, we've never been to Raging Waters together.
No, even though I begged to go.
Yeah.
What is it with people being self-conscious about their bodies and refusing to go to water parks? Like, as though anybody looks good at a water park. It's like everybody I've ever met, they're like, no.
I don't know about the San Dimas Raging Waters, though, but I grew up with the Raging Waters in San Jose, which unfortunately isn't Raging Waters anymore. But I've been to the San Dimas one. And no hate, but San Jose one is definitely superior.
I mean, I'll never know. So, okay.
I'm sorry. I think there's still Raging Waters, but it's just called something different now.
They got bought out or something.
Yeah. It's called like Barracuda Blast or something.
In Kansas, it's called Oceans of Fun, and it's amazing. I could do the Lazy River all day.
Okay, yeah. The Lazy River is something.
The wave pool all day. I
look at Redfin all the time, like all the houses. And I always think, like, if I ever got like a really nice big house with some land, I'm going to put a lazy river there. I don't know how, but I feel like if you're going to get a pool and if you're going to like spend money on like a house, especially like a bigger house, you got to put a lazy river in.
Yeah. It's just probably hard to insure.
True.
And like maintenance on the jets and stuff.
Yeah, but I think you can get it to where it like does it naturally. I don't know how you do it, but the engineers
can figure it out. Yeah, and if you don't have kids, like, you can have fun things. If you have kids and they're like breaking their arms and you're broke.
You can have kids, you just have to be a parent.
I'm just saying, like, money.
Oh, money and then responsibilities.
Yeah, like that's probably why most people that have the money don't have a lazy river, because they're like, do I want to spend $100,000 a year maintaining my lazy river, or do I want?
I just don't understand why there's not more lazy rivers. Like how I don't understand how there's not more bidets in the world.
Yeah.
There needs to be more lazy rivers. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
The world would be better. Probably money.
Like these parks that, the taxpayers pay all this money.
These horrible homeless shelter
We
parks.
should have just like a lazy river.
Yeah, that'd be great.
For the community.
For me.
But mostly for me.
Yeah. It's like, you're lazy. Get in the river. You lazy river person.
Oh, he's in the river.
When we went to the water park together, it was during COVID, and they made you wear a mask up until like a certain bridge. And they were like, COVID doesn't exist in this part of water park.
If you cross the bridge, you got to put your mask back on.
It was like so weird. And then, or like if you went into a bathroom, even though you're like wet and in a bathing suit and like nasty.
Yeah, and you were like without a mask the whole time in the wave pool with everyone else.
Yeah.
You're like, if I ain't got COVID now,
it was so weird.
I definitely got it. If I haven't had COVID already, then I definitely have it now.
I'm literally in the water with these people. And yet I've never felt safer. It was so weird. Disney has the best lazy river. I mean, that was cool. It had like all kinds of like hidden like.
The nice part was when it started raining when we were in the lazy river.
Yeah.
And we were just like there, and it was warm. So it's like warm rain coming down on you. And you're just like, this isn't real.
And Disney pays for like the expensive chlorine that doesn't smell like chlorine.
Yeah.
So you're just like, what is this feeling?
Something has changed me. I don't know if those are the words. Wake up.
I'm up. I had a coffee. I'm like weightlifting over here with this thing. It's so heavy. They did a really good job. This is like forged. It's like House of Dragons, like quality microphone. Like there's like
the house
like
of
Renaissance fair men in Australia like forging these.
Fucking Transformers road microphones.
It's a transformer. It's insane. The other microphone was like really expensive.
I know, because when you see these on just online, they just don't look like, I mean, they don't look like how they feel, like the quality. It's like,
yeah, it's crazy.
I'm gonna be excited to see how this actually sounds in post.
I know, watch, it doesn't work. This was all a waste of time.
Well,
what is
if it doesn't work,
time?
it's probably human error just because.
Yeah, we're dum-dums.
Yeah, that's what I find out most times when I'm working with technology is that half the time, if anything is going wrong, it's not the technology. It's mostly human error.
Oops. What can you do? You gotta go.
English or Spanish.
Con permiso.
This episode is brought to you by STM Prod. www.stmprod.com.
Are you looking to launch your own personal podcast or a podcast for your small or large business?
Or
do you need a creative consultant?
Or
for your social media?
Or
do you need basic video editing services for your social media?
And
with that being said, check out the website and hop on a call with us today, and we will help drive your business forward to the next level.
Toodaloo.
Backstreet's back, baby. Anyway, this has been another episode of the Number 2 Pod. I'm Glenn.
I'm Simi.
And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.